Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us this evening on the Discipline Therapy Podcast with your two hosts, Suhey Sotomayor, and with me always, seven-time author.
EL Discipline in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple of guests, but before we get to them first, I want to talk to the men out there. If you suffer from simpitis, if you are a beta male, we have a dose of discipline therapy where you could tune in, but don't OD. It's every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Now, we're also on the listening platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Castbox, and Overcast, and many more. You might be due for mental and spiritual compensation. For the rest of you out there, ladies and gentlemen, we know you are fiends, and what that means is we have a dose of discipline therapy where everything is completely free. See, if you subscribe, it's free. It's no monthly fee. It's judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and plenty of liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine or popcorn or roll a blunt, but make sure the kids are in bed. This is that soul food talk. Prepare your mind to be fed. Light one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast. We're here. Damn, you have the easiest job in the world.
I know. Just sitting here and looking good. Hey, episode 25. But I want to say how exciting this is. This is the first time that we've had an in-studio guest and a caller holding.
Yes. So, to my left, his name is Alex. He is an entrepreneur. He does so many different things. But one of the things I love about Alex is he's very loyal. Like when I came out with my fifth book, that was the first time I threw a book release party. Like I gave everybody in advance. I told him last minute, and he was like, "Oh, I'm on my way." He came. I gave everybody till midnight. He was there by like I think 11.
Oh, that was the one on the rooftop. Because he also went to the other one too.
Yeah, he went to the other one. But it's just he's just a loyal leader. He likes balance. He also I could dance many different styles of dance, but one of the things I envy about him is house music. I've always wanted to know how to dance house music. And I've seen him on his Instagram. He does battles and stuff like that. I don't know if you still do that, but
how are the knees with the dance battles?
I mean, they're still good right now. We're not that old yet. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, speak for yourself.
One of the things we always ask our guests is how did they cope during COVID? Did you capitalize on it? Did you was it the worst year, best year?
So for me, it's definitely you take advantage of the opportunity to try different things. So like like we were talking about, I talked to a couple different people, and they were telling me about what they were doing. So right now, a lot of people have some free time. So it's like, how do you capitalize on that free time? Are you doing nothing with it, or are you trying to be productive? So, like one friend of mine offered me an opportunity to go dance on a music video, you know what I'm saying? Which is something that I probably wouldn't have done before. So I probably would have been either working or would have been doing something else. And then, I'm here on this podcast, it's just an opportunity to try different things, be creative.
We appreciate you coming.
Definitely. So, what video?
It was for a house DJ. So we'll see. It's coming soon.
You gotta let us know so we could put it out. You could come and I didn't know all of this. You come and let us know. I don't know what.
He's a very modest person.
I'm not out there. Yeah,
he's humble. He don't like the spotlight like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's impressive. Being in a music video, dancing obviously because that's what you do.
Yeah. So I mean, Libras, we like to be flashy, but at the same time, we're a little humble. So
balance. Y'all love balance. So we don't want to keep the caller on hold for too long. She's
welcome back. Welcome back,
yeah,
caller.
She's been on the show prior. Would you like to state your name, or do you want me to state your name, or do you want to remain anonymous?
No, go for it. You can state my name.
Daphne, calling from Australia.
Yay,
yes,
Daphne.
how are you guys?
She's back.
She's back from
Miss Alpha Dominant, who loves to debate.
I do.
So today, what's the topic for today?
Today's topic, episode 25, potential relationship deal breakers.
Yes, yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we say potential, that means prior. So he's not your boyfriend yet. She's not your girlfriend. If you live a different lifestyle, whatever you're into, you're not committed to them yet. You're in the courting stage. So I'm gonna have all of you name your list of things, and then I'm gonna go last. Daphne, you could go first.
Lucky me. Okay. All right. One of my biggest red flags now in my my age now is when when you start dating a guy in the first few weeks and they obviously get wrapped up really easy in the whole romance and they say I love you within the first 2 or 3 weeks, and that to me is a huge red flag. That has happened to me on occasion, like probably my last 2 or 3 relationships, which I stupidly kept the relationship going and then realized that it wasn't the right thing. And now looking back, that is a huge red flag. So if it happens again, then I know that is not something that's healthy, and this person needs to look at why he says these things really early on in the relationship.
Mm. So how soon, would it be okay to hear that?
I think you've got to give it. I think you've got to. It depends. Obviously, if you're together like 24/7 all day and you experience something, I don't know. It's different for everyone.
Yeah.
But I think in the 2-3 weeks that you don't even know a person, I think, until you live with someone.
Oh.
And I know that's not right for everyone, but I mean, you can say I love you earlier, but you're still not going to know that person. Like I think personally now, to actually know someone, you have to live with them first. Because you never really know anyone until you do.
That's true.
So what we're gonna do is, because you probably have a long list of things. I don't know, but you probably have a long list of things. So being that you probably have a long list of stuff, you could be here for 20 minutes. So we can all bounce off each other. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through the line. So you said that was one for you. What is one for you, Sue?
One for me is when people are like rude to waiters and stuff. That I don't like that at all.
Okay. What about you, Alex?
It's like when I don't like when people sugarcoat who they are in the beginning.
Oh.
I agree with that.
I prefer somebody's real.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we all do.
My thing is like, I have so much, but one thing I have to say is if they're a Trump supporter. I have a list of things, but one thing I want to say is a Trump supporter. Now, this has nothing to do with race, because there's a lot of people out there who has a racist boss. You probably go bowling with him right now. You know what I'm saying? After work. It's not that. It's the fact that when you look at the people who are supporting who supported Trump, when you look at how he was as a human being, I believe it was the devil incarnate. When you look at this person and you see that he didn't get his way, he shut down the government. A lot of people lost their jobs. People that work at the airport, like people don't talk about that stuff. But that says a lot about somebody's character. It's how he handled the pandemic.
Well, he didn't. That's the problem.
Or he didn't. You understand? Like it's how he just belittles people, or he's condescending and he doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like just publicly, you're not untouchable. It's like people that support him, it's like you're supporting all of that stuff that he does. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's like the leader of white supremacy, or he's at least in that group or whatever. But that's one of the reasons. Like racism is like, yeah, that's one of the things, but it's like that's not the number one thing for me.
Just
it's
the type of person he is.
Yeah, because I kind of feel like you're guilty by association. You know what I'm saying? You're saying that you support somebody 100%. It's like you're supporting everything that they're doing. Like, it's like being that was the president of the United States, you support him. Like, to each their own. Do whatever you want to do, but you're supporting him how? In all of the ways, or you're supporting him in what he's doing for you? Because if you're supporting
like
everything that he's doing
benefits?
for you, he didn't really seem like anything about unity. He wasn't about helping significantly during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So that has a lot to do with somebody's character. I don't look at somebody like that as a leader. So it's like if you're supporting somebody like that, like it says a lot about you. And like I said, this is just solely my opinions. Do what you want to
Is
do.
that like a new
Yeah, that's
list? That's a new one,
that's a
right?
new list. Yeah, I have some more. But Daphne, what is your other one?
Okay, my next one is if the guy doesn't have any solid friends. Like if he's like, no, I
Social
don't have any friends.
dynamics. Yes.
Social, like and someone that he hasn't had like. So, I mean, I know friends come and go and whatever, but if there's not even at least one solid person they've known for at least a good solid 10 years or so, that makes me question them. Like, why don't they have like strong friendships or strong relationships with people in their life? And those kind of loners that don't have anyone and say they don't need anyone, that's a bit of a red flag to me.
Oh, that's definitely a
So
red flag.
yeah, like that bothers me. Like if I don't understand. I understand guys that have friends and they have their friendships, and I like that. I like a guy that has strong guy friends that they go to if they need, and they've known each other since school or whatever. And that to me, that shows a good quality guy.
So what about you? So
I'm pretty. I like to go off of what other people say. I don't have really
okay.
a good
So
list.
we
Go
have
ahead,
another
Alex.
list.
Go with consistency.
I like that.
When they lack consistency,
They lack consistency because when you first start talking to somebody and they start talking to you a certain way, once you start to either fade or it's just like either sometimes you talk a lot, sometimes you don't talk at all. Then I'm not getting the feel for it. If the vibe is off, then it's over. You know what I'm saying?
So if somebody like you're going on a date with a girl and she's not engaging in conversation with you, also that's a flag.
Huge
That's
red
like
flag.
that's a deal breaker.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's the thing is like some people in the beginning are going to be like they're going to be shy or timid. So when you go on a date, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could be the alpha and then or something, and she, or that other person, they're not good with interaction, and then maybe they're more comfortable behind texting because they're so comfortable with that new generation of hey, well, let me talk behind the phone.
But do guys like that today?
Facts.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that personally. I like that, but I could understand being a Libra. I look at things from both perspectives.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I have an understanding for somebody in the beginning, but then it's just like that can't just be you. You have to at a certain point you got to be able to change. Like, all right, you know what? Now you're comfortable. Now you don't need to text. Now you can call me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Absolutely. Man, and me, I set that standard from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I set that standard from the beginning. I'm like, if I feel like it's getting out of control like that, where it's just a texting game, I might take initiative and call her. You know what I'm saying? Listen, the irony about me is I'm a writer, but I like to hear someone. I like to have that face-to-face interaction, feel somebody's energy. You can't feel somebody's energy through text. I'm an empath
That's true.
myself, so I can feel vibrations and energy, and sometimes you can't feel that because a woman could be saying, "Oh yeah, I like that," then she's rolling her eyes. Now, when you have that face-to-face interaction, or even the verbal voice tonality is underrated. So you could tell a lot by energy, by voice tonality. You know what I'm saying? If she's feeling you or not, and even in person is just the tip of the iceberg. It's easy because me, I'm like I said, I'm reading vibrations. I'm studying body language. You know what I'm saying? So that's a deal breaker for me too. But like I'll always, like you said, give them a chance by setting the law. Like, yo, this is what I like. So now when they're not doing that, then I'm like, all right, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Versus just going ghost.
Are you cool with still the old fashioned just phone calling, or would you rather video call because you want to see that facial expression?
I'm into both.
Okay.
You know
What
what I'm
about
saying?
you?
But I'm sorry, cut you off. The video call definitely. Because that's like, if I can't see you face to face and be in your presence, that right there.
I mean, personally, for me, I wasn't a video call person before because you know what I'm saying. It's just like one of those things where you're adapting.
You have to get used to
You know
it.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But then I feel like there's nothing better than that because that's
Yeah.
it. Like you said, now I'm seeing your reaction. You can't
Yeah.
hide what you're what
What
you're
What
showing.
you're thinking.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything is out there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's probably the best way.
Were you gonna say something? I was gonna get to
No,
the
no, I
second.
asked him. Go ahead, Daphne.
Daphne, what's your other list if you have one?
No, going off what you guys just said now, I'm very similar. I like to have a great conversation because I love to communicate. I'm huge on communicating. So I struggle if I'm sitting with a guy and we're talking and there's not much conversation, there's no flow. And I that is a bit of a turn off for me, especially. I understand the first date is everyone's shy and stuff, but there's got to be ways to bring that out of a person. Because I'm also someone that makes people feel very comfortable, and I'll crack a joke and make them feel comfortable enough to talk to me. So there's always ways to bring someone's personality out. But if once you get past that and they don't have anything to say to you, that's like one of my biggest fears, that you end up with someone and then you have nothing to talk about for the rest of your life, and that really stresses me out. Because I see so many couples that go out and they have dinner. It stresses me out because I go out and I see couples that are just sitting there eating and they're not even talking to each other, and I'm like, I can't be like that. Like that really bothers me. So if I don't have that communication or a great conversation, or my partner doesn't excite me when we're having a conversation, then that is a huge turn off, and that's going to make me look somewhere else.
So here's what we're gonna do. If you still have a list of things that you wrote down or maybe didn't write down, maybe you have a mental documentation, save it for
I'm not that good.
Hold on, save it for your final thoughts, because I'm going to run through a list that I have, and I'm going to ask you all about every single bullet. So I'm going to start with you, Daphne, then we're going to go Sue, and then Alex. So I'm starting like counterclockwise. But for people out there, when I do this, it's clockwise for them. But it's counterclockwise for us. Okay, so Daphne, is a high body count a deal breaker?
No, it depends on when they had their high body count. Was it when they're in a relationship or when they were single? Like when you're single, it's different. If they're loyal when they're in a relationship, I don't care. Like at the end of the day, for me personally, it doesn't bother me unless they're someone that cheats all the time and needs to have sex with all different people all the time, and they need to have a lot of people, a lot of sexual encounters. Then that's going to be.
Then
they like to have a high body count.
Okay, and so that means you wouldn't ask them either.
No, it wouldn't bother me. No,
that's not humanly. I don't think that's humanly possible. A man just be fucking all the time. He has one dick.
Well, yeah.
Even if he has like 5 different women, he could say, "Oh, I got one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday." No, man, you're not fucking Superman. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a fucking steel dick. You know what I'm saying? To be banging all these girls, you're gonna be exhausted. As if you don't work. Of course. If you don't work a job.
No. But what I'm saying is, if he comes to me, say he's 40 years old like me, and he's had like 500 partners in his past, but he's now ready to settle down. I'm not going to be like, well, you've had 500 partners, you might be a cheater. Like that's not going to bother me. Like I don't care what you've done in your past, as long as you don't bring it into the relationship now.
Okay, I agree. What about you, Sue?
No, it's not a deal breaker for me.
Okay, what about you?
I mean, I'm not going to ask personally, because you know what I'm saying. I'm just not.
What you don't know don't hurt.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not. If you used to be a stripper, that's your problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna want to know about that, because anybody could change. You know what I'm saying? But it's because right now we're in the present.
Not that there's anything wrong with
it. We're going from present to future. So you know what I'm saying? Even somebody that has a terrible past could change and become a different person. So I'm not gonna ask.
And I agree with Daphne. It's like, I'm not judging you off your past, but if it's something that, like, let's say she said to me, "Oh, I got fucked by 2 guys. Oh, I did this, I did that." If that's something you're still doing and you're with me, then yeah, it's a problem. If this is how you think while you're with me now, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, like nobody, listen, the pussy is not yours. It's just your turn. You understand what I'm saying? Unless she's a virgin. If she's a virgin, okay, but the pussy's not yours.
Would you date a virgin?
What happened?
Would you date a virgin right now at your age?
I would.
Alex, would you?
I don't know if I could handle somebody that's immature.
Well,
that doesn't mean she's immature.
Yeah, here's the thing, Daphne. I'm sorry to cut you off, Alex. Here's the thing, Daphne. In bed, I do all the work. So it doesn't matter.
Not everyone does all the work.
Well, that's why I'm explaining. I'm explaining why I said my answer. Okay. And in the bed, I do all the work. So I don't mind somebody just laying there. I'll tie them up and I'll do all the work. That's why her being a virgin doesn't mean anything to me. But that's really my pussy. if that's what it is. I'm just trying to say that technically speaking, it's not your pussy, it's just your turn.
Daphne, would you date a virgin?
At this age, no.
I don't think I would ever want to
No.
date a virgin.
No, no.
And
Excuse me,
it
period.
makes sense
No.
because you probably don't want to do work in the bedroom.
No,
Okay.
exactly.
So here's the next. here's another one.
I'm not teaching anyone anything.
Technically, you could groom that person into
Yeah.
being what
No,
you
but
want them
that's-
to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, but a girl doesn't want
No.
to do that.
No,
Well, not a lot of girls
exactly.
want to do that.
I'm just saying. I mean, but
no.
some people might
Yeah,
want to do that.
of
All right,
course. I
because
know-
from
I know.
now on, that's yours.
Yeah,
you know,
that
whatever.
exactly. You
Yes.
train them how you
Yeah.
want
How
them
you
to
want it.
be.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, I like I like Alex answer. Now here's the thing. Conspiracy theories. Do you believe in them or don't? And if you have a potential relationship, if they say, yo, you're fucking crazy, this, that, you're weird, that's not happening because you're a conspiracy theorist, is that a deal breaker?
Look, I believe there's, obviously things happening out there, and
Okay.
I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist, but if someone is, but they're extreme, then I can't do that because, we've got to live in the real world, unfortunately, and we've got jobs and shit to worry about. But I'm all down for all those conversations, and I'm all aware of them. So I've got no issue if they're into it and they're interested in it and they want to talk about it, because so am I. But if it consumes them, then yeah, I've got no time for that.
Yeah, I agree
What
with
about-
with
Okay.
Daphne.
What about you?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, obviously, anything that you can talk about is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like Daphne said before, you don't want to just have somebody that down the line you don't have anything to talk about.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
For me, it's not a deal breaker. However, I'm a big conspiracy theorist. If I have a person I'm courting, or we're already in a relationship, and she's like, "Oh, you're crazy. This is that." Listen, we'll agree to disagree. Now, if if you make it seem like you live in a fucking box, then it's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
If you make it
I
look
can't
like
ignore
you
it.
live in a fucking box, like you're fucking naive, you're gullible, like you really believe the
Yeah.
government is, you know what I'm saying? If you really believe
Mhm.
what you see a lot or whatever, you believe in everything, like you believe Barney's real and shit like that, like you live in a box. You're not an out of the box thinker. Yes, it's a deal breaker because I don't have regular conversations. So if we're having conversations, I can't talk about this around you. Because you're gonna be like, yo, you're fucking weird. You're fucking crazy. Don't talk to me about this. I live in a box. I don't think this way. So now I have
Yeah.
to suppress those type of conversations. And I don't want to have to suppress those type of conversations. I want to be able to talk to my significant other or others about everything and anything.
Look, if you're wearing a tinfoil hat, that's when I say, nah, that's too much. But
All right.
anything is open to discussion.
So I have another one. If what if you're dating this person and they're like, racism doesn't exist? Is that a deal
Bye.
breaker? Bye.
Yes. Yeah.
I agree with you. What about
100%.
you? What about you?
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah, we all agree on that. Great.
Yeah. That's not even.
How about someone who's not supportive? That's a big deal breaker.
Yes.
Me
Big
too.
time. With whatever.
Yeah.
School, work, whatever, your dreams. If they can't
Mhm.
back you up. And I think that
Huge.
goes for, I was going to say friendships too, but let me take that back.
Yes.
Yeah, my next bullet is dumb, but I think we all
Yes.
agree on that.
Bye.
That's a deal breaker. What
I've got
about
no time for that.
Yeah, that lack of ambition, lazy. What about
Yes.
morals?
Yes, I need someone with morals. I don't care if what they believe in. They don't have to believe in anything, but I need them to have morals and hold themselves to a standard.
I don't like people who think that they're always right though.
Oh,
or
that's
like
annoying.
and I don't, to each their own obviously, but like Bible thumpers, the ones that
Yes,
come and push it,
I hate.
like
Yes.
Jehovah's. I don't know who Jehovah's, and I love them all.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with anybody, but don't come knocking on my door. I don't care. I believe in my
Yes,
own
I
thing.
agree.
Just go ahead. If I say no, then it's no, and that goes to not just that, but just people like that. I don't like that.
Because yeah, I think for me too. Because that's like ego and narcissistic
And
behavior.
they kind of put you down if they're
Yeah.
always right, and how can everything that you say is always wrong? You know what I mean? Like that's
Because they're
not.
in a cult. Every religion is a cult.
Yes,
It
it
really
is.
is. And
They're not trying to
I've got
learn
a
new
religion.
things. They're not trying to.
No.
Oh, let me view this.
And they judge
different
people.
perspective.
Or
I don't
when
like
you
when
tell
they
them
judge.
something,
They
they're
judge
like,
people.
no, that's not true.
Yeah, they
No,
judge
you don't know what you're
people a
talking
lot.
about. No, like that's annoying.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
about this question I have for you ladies? Do you think women cheat more than men or
Mm.
men cheat more than women?
I think men cheat more than women, but
I
I think
think
women are
men
better
cheat
at
more
it.
than women. Look,
Okay.
women right to the
What do you
end, they're
hold
not
on,
going to
Daphne.
cheat.
Let me ask Alex. What do you think?
Come closer for this one, Alex. We all want to hear what the other man
We
in the
want to
room.
hear Alex. I'm closer.
What do you think? Do women cheat more or men cheat more?
I mean, I think it's the same. I just think it's the same.
That's a Libra answer.
Yeah, no, I
Balance.
now look nowadays there's more women are alphas just like men. So it's
Mhm.
just a lot of women
Then
cheat.
historically,
Women cheat just as much as men do. Just the difference
But
is
just because they're alpha
I
doesn't mean they
I
cheat.
think, to be honest,
that's true too, Daph.
because the way I view cheating, and probably all three of you, is different. I
Mm.
view cheating as 30 different things. Y'all might view it as two different things. And for the 30 different things that I think cheating is, I believe women cheat more. Doesn't mean she's opening her legs.
If
I
it
believe women cheat
like
more
that,
than men.
yes.
And I also believe, and I'm going to ask you guys this, do women lie more in relationships, before relationships, before the dynamic is created? Do you think women lie more and keep
Yeah,
shit
probably.
more than men?
Yeah,
What do you
yeah,
think,
probably.
Sue?
I think so too.
What do you think?
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
What?
And I'm gonna
300?
I said 100%.
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
gonna
Alex.
I'm gonna elaborate why I think women lie more. Okay, she has. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. She has every right to lie to you in the beginning, because
Not
the way,
really.
hold on, the
I
way I
think
look at
both
it
though.
is, women, most of them, not like 98%, 2% are alpha, where they'll actually walk up to a guy and say, "Hey, I thought you were cute. Here's my number." Most of them won't, because they're afraid of rejection.
I try to teach my daughter
So
that.
because they're afraid of rejection, they're not going to put themselves out there right off the bat. And it could be the same thing when they're in relationships. Because remember, most women are afraid of rejection. So that means with everything. I believe women are not risk takers. Most women are not entrepreneurs. They're just 2%. Most men are entrepreneurs. They're risk takers. Women are always, most women, I'll say, 98% of women are
Mm.
overthinking, second guessing. Let me not make this step. What if he doesn't like me? What if I tell him this? He's gonna think I'm weird and crazy. If I tell him I like to be choked, he's gonna say he don't want to do it, or he's gonna call me a slut or a weirdo or whatever it is. I'm afraid of rejection. I'm afraid of judgment. I'm afraid of resentment. That's why I think those women lie. Plus, if she's starting with you, right? You guys haven't built a dynamic yet. So in her defense, she don't have to give you the truth.
But isn't that the same the other way around with the men?
She don't have to tell you the truth. Yeah, it can be the same thing with
Right.
men. I feel like they haven't built anything with each other. They haven't built any type of, oh, you're my girl or you're my man or whatever.
Like a connection.
It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? If you're lying. Now, if you've built a connection, if you built a dynamic, if you committed to one another and they're lying, then it's a problem. But I feel like some of these women, they do like little lies or white lies, and they justify their lies
But
because
what kind of what? Like, it's like saying that they're not confident or something to approach a man. Like, what kind of little lies are
let's
you?
say for example, um, let's say for example, he's fat, he's overweight. They're going out to dinner, and he's like, "Babe, how do I look in this suit?" You look good. Let's
But
go.
why is she dating him if he's not her type?
She's
Like,
saving his feelings, because 98% of women are not mean. Only 2% are alpha, where they're like, they'll just tell you what it is. They'll also approach you or whatever it is. They don't care if you reject them. They have a high confidence. Most women don't have a lot of high self-esteem. So they're going to lie to you. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. They might have a guy. Okay, let me take this scenario. Hypothetical scenario. Oh, you're dating a woman. I'm a man, and I'm courting a woman, right? We went on a couple of dates. Now she has a guy that she has sex with, but she doesn't see a future with him. The guy won't even converse with her, take her out to dinner, give her emotional support. So
and
that's
she
a
still
fuck.
has sex
What
with
an
him.
That's a
awful.
fuck buddy.
That's
That's a
awful.
fuck buddy. We're going
She's
on
dumb.
dates.
It's
You call it
awful.
a dumb. So we're going on a couple of dates. Now, while we're going on a couple of dates, We're over here. We had a good time. You know, I give her a kiss on the lips, whatever. We're groping each other. We don't have sex. We schedule a third date. Now the texting becomes weird. Now I'm calling her. The conversations are different. She's telling me shit like, oh, I gotta have my dog neutered or something. Meanwhile, she has a dick appointment. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
But is she not technically your girlfriend?
no, because we're in the dating stage.
You're dating, so okay. So maybe she was like, I'm just playing devil's advocate as well. Maybe she was not into you as well, and she's not lying. She's like you said, she's being nice, but it's not exactly lying if she's not responding to you. Like if she's not saying,
Well, she said
dog neutered.
She's not getting her dog neutered. She's at a dick
yeah, but how do you know
appointment.
that's not true?
Damn.
You don't know that. You're just making assumptions, though.
Yeah, you're right, but sometimes you could tell. Like me, I read all vibes and energy. So how are we vibing in the beginning, and then now you're taking like 5 hours to text me? But when we were going on dates, your phone can't leave your hand. Your phone can't leave your hand.
But then why are you taking on a third or a fourth date?
Daphne, I'm telling you that I'm paying attention to these patterns. This is how I'm probably knowing that she's lying.
Yeah.
This is a deal breaker.
If she has her phone in her hand every single time she gets a text.
Too many.
Texting, oh, excuse me 1 second. Texting. Every single time she has her phone in her hand, she's texting. And I'm texting her, and it takes her 5 hours to answer. Something is wrong.
Yeah, she's not into you anymore. Something's
going down.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? But she's not being straight up because, like I said, only 2% of women can do this. They have the guts to do this. Listen, I'm just not into you. I have a fuck buddy. This, that. It's not going to work out. 98% of women will lie because they look at this guy. Yo, he's a catch. He's a catch, but I don't want to tell him I got a fuck buddy because he's going to think I'm a hoe. I don't want to start saying this stuff because I don't want to break his heart. I don't want to be mean. So I'm just going to lie because it's the easiest thing to do. Those same women are hypocrites because they will say to a guy, I want you to be honest with me. I want you to be loyal to me. I want you to be this. When they get in relationships, sometimes this is the same stuff. Like I said, there's a hypothetical scenario.
I wish you could be here, Daph, because
I'm just
Alex over here, he's nodding his head.
Like, I don't get it.
I've honestly
Alex
heard of
like
different scenarios just like that.
Listen, as alpha and dominant as I am, right? And as people like you've mentioned it, Daphne, I'm a magician. Here's the thing about me. Here's the thing though. I've had my share of those women. Everybody's been played. I've been played. When I was younger, I've been played. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the thing that I'm trying to. When I say this, I'm coaching the young kids. I'm coaching the young males that's watching the podcast. The 22-year-olds, the 27-year-olds. I'm in my early 30s. The 19-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like it's happened to me. I'm not this perfect individual.
But it happens to girls too.
I've got stronger through these hardships. So I'm giving you scenarios that shit like this happen, and these are the things to look at, the red flags.
But it's the same thing though that happens with girls though, with boys.
Yeah. But why are you going on 4 or 5 dates? Like, don't you know, like after the second or third date where she's been told, like, why do you keep going back for more?
Because this is me. I don't have sex right away. I'm still feeling her out.
Yeah, but if she's being cold, why even put out to her anyway? If she's like being a bitch on the third date, like stop it. Like she doesn't need it. Why should she get it?
Well, I was younger. And I wasn't.
Yeah, so
like
you're talking about younger people now, younger women.
No. This was a scenario for me when I was younger. I've dealt with stuff like this when I was younger. Now that I'm older, with it too?
No, the whole point is you're talking about this is you're getting to know somebody. This is still the stage where you're going on dates to get to know somebody.
Sorry to cut you off. Now that I'm older, Daphne, I'm already nipping this shit in the bud.
That's exactly right.
Let me tell you something. In the alpha dominant episode 22, I stated this is being dominant. You made plans with her. Weeks prior. The week of or the day of, she's saying, "Oh, I gotta cancel because my friend wants to go out." No. You and I made plans. I don't care if that's your friend for 20 years. You and I made plans prior to. If she was first, okay, I give her that. But I was first. You got to tell her to take the back seat, and you have an ultimatum. You either take that, you either go on that relationship, and you could block me forever. I promise you, you'll never hear from me.
What if you're in love with her and that happened?
Or that would never happen if we were in a relationship. Never.
Just for example, just throwing it out there.
I had a sub that tried to do that to me, and I gave her an ultimatum, and she made the right decision. She chose me. But if that's in the beginning stage, Daphne, I promise you, I am not lying to you. If this is the beginning stage, and I say we made plans week prior, and you're telling me the week of, oh, my girl wants to go out to the club, I haven't seen her, she's been working, whatever. No, you see your girl all the time. You know her for 20 years. How long you know me? I'm first. You're gonna tell her to take the back seat. You taking this dick first before you going out with your friend. Jesus. And if that's the case, have her fuck you.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we know discipline's boundaries.
You know what I'm saying?
So wait a second, though. Go ahead, Steph.
No, I understand what he's saying, and I agree with you also. But I think it's all hindsight now, because I look back at these are the things that are red flags now because we've learned them back in the past. Like if we were all 20-year-olds talking about this would be all, this is what's happening right now to us. But if I was dating a guy and on the third date, he's being
different,
ghosting me, different and cold, I'm like, I'll see you later. I'm not going to waste my time on you. Like I've got no time to waste on you.
Definitely.
Like, that's
So you think that there's different red flags for different stages?
I think so. Like looking back at when I was younger, the red flags that affect me now didn't affect me back then. I ignored them all.
I want to ask you something.
Yes.
Dating now versus dating prior to social media.
Mm-hmm.
How do you? What's your perspective?
Social media.
What is your perspective?
Social media has killed so many things. Like it's just made everything cheap and easy and free. And you have more of a relationship with social media than you do with your partner. Like you start dating someone and you become obsessed with them. You stalk them and whatever. You stalk their friends, and that consumes you. Like and they're not responding back to you. You check their social media. They've been online, and it's toxic and it's ridiculous. And it really is. Whereas prior, like you sit by the phone, you're like, oh, I wonder if he's going to call me. I hope he calls me. And then he calls you, and you're like, yay! You get excited, and those sort of things are exciting. And now it's just all like, everything's just online. And it's annoying.
What about you?
What is it better?
Like, what's the difference? What is your perspective?
I mean, it's definitely it makes it harder for those who don't have the best intentions. I think it makes it harder, which is a good thing for those that do have good intentions. Because everything is out there and everybody wants to post everything. I ate a fry. I had McDonald's on I just joined Facebook, people, for the podcast. I'm still learning it. But I remember from back in the days, you had an argument and people are putting everything up there. I think as a person themselves, you got to know what you're going to put out and what you're going to keep private so that not everybody's in your business.
What about you, Alex? What is your perspective?
Our perspective is obviously the whole social media thing just kills everything, because now everybody's looking at somebody else's relationship thinking that it should be like theirs.
Took my answer.
So you're just like, oh, you know what? Why aren't we going on vacations?
Yes.
Or why aren't we going out to Prime or spending like $200 on a steak for no reason? You know what I'm saying? And it's like now you have unrealistic expectations that aren't being met.
That's what it is.
So then at the end of the day, it just kills everything, because now people aren't realistically trying to get a vibe for each other, or
get to know each other.
To know each other. They don't really care. You're just looking to see, like, all right, what does this person have that kind of like
looks like even.
And just to elaborate further on what you were saying, when I look at social media, 90% of it is a fantasy. Okay, I'm gonna give you this analogy. And Dominic in the Stuck Between Two Different Worlds book series said this to his general manager, Gabrielle, at the club, because he owns nightclubs. So she's a general manager at one of the clubs. He says, when people come here, they wear a mask. They're whoever they want to be for one night only. It's like social media. Once the camera's off or whatever it is, a lot of people are different.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the fantasy. Like he was saying, the relationship. Oh, relationship goals. I want that celebrity's relationship. And that why aren't we doing this? Why aren't they doing that? Blah blah blah. You want? It's like this makes it hard and easy. The women who are half naked on social media, they're not models. Social media models. Your guys are not models. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are confused.
It's true.
That's
You know, and it
another
makes men
topic.
want to say, oh, let me send her a dick pic. Let me do this. Let me
Yeah.
do that. Shit ain't like people don't want to work for shit anymore. They don't
Yeah.
want to go out. And when they do go out and they meet somebody, they're fucking introverts. They can't even,
Yeah.
it can't even,
And they stay on their
hello,
phone.
introduce yourself. Like a woman texts me on DM, like, hey, who? I'm a horse? Hey, who? What's your name? Introduce yourself. Are you trying to talk to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what social media has done. It has made people like, I don't want to say what I want to say, but just introverts. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like this whole fantasy. And it's making it like, oh, this girl is twerking like that. Oh, that girl is easy. Let me send her a dick pic. Let me do this. Let me do that. Me, I'm like, I still believe in picnics in the summer, a walk in the park. You understand what I'm saying? Social media has made it,
It's ruined it.
social media has made it like this, right? You see a girl twerking on social media. She's half naked. She's not a model. Now y'all meet the first day and y'all already fucking. That's because of social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You already see what he
No one
got. Oh,
dates
he got money. He's flashing money, but it's his month's rent
anymore.
that he's flashing.
Mm-hmm.
It's his
It's
fucking
all
month's
fake.
rent that he's flashing.
Mhm.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That designer thing he got on, he probably borrowed that. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing is for the imagination
Real.
anymore. Not
Mhm.
the body, not what you have. Everything is out there, and
It's
it
right
makes
there.
it makes it you're building these silent enemies and shit like that, and it's whatever. Now people are vibrating on a low frequency. They're not vibrating on a high frequency, because when you're vibrating on a low frequency, and we mentioned this in 23, healing vibrations manifestation, you have these envious, you're jealous,
Yep.
you're
They
you're
just don't like
hating.
you. Yep.
You know, these are people that vibrate on a low frequency. When they vibrate on a low frequency, you have these weak emotions. You know, that's what social media does. Social media
It's
is
true.
like it's the catalyst to fucking breaking up relationships. Now you got a guy who is liking the girl picture. Why you like that girl's picture? You like her ass.
Yeah.
We breaking up.
Yeah, that's something different though.
Well, I'm
That's
just,
a little.
I'm just throwing darts in the dark.
That's another topic, by the way.
You know what I'm
But it's
saying?
true though, because you could be sitting together and he's on his phone on social media looking at naked girls while he's next to you, and that does put a dent in a girl's confidence. Like, you know, we know it's all fake, but you know, it's got your guy's attention, and so we're thinking, oh, you know, if the guys are looking at it, that's what they like, and you know, it does mess with people's minds.
Yeah.
I could see that.
But he should be straight up and say like, yo, I like this. Yo, I love the way you are, but maybe you need to lose a little bit more weight. Let's go to the gym. This, that. Like, instead of, I believe in doing, yo, listen. I believe in that stuff. I
No,
believe in
that's-
that
you
stuff.
could be
Instead
That's
of you
perfectly
actually
having,
different
no,
and they
listen,
still
100%.
instead
like-
of you having a fat wife and then
No, but
your
you
reality is
can
you're
be
liking
perfect.
pictures, you're liking pictures of these stick figures. Like, if you
But
want
this
your
goes
wife to
back
be a
to that
stick figure,
topic.
Wait, no.
No,
That's a good one for
this
a
goes back
topic.
to that variety topic. Like, because guys will remember you could have a fake partner
you
and
just
guys are still
you just
online looking at
reminded
other
me.
bitches.
You just reminded me on that. I wasn't even gonna get into that, but let's get into it. Alex, because all three of us was in this. Do
Oh,
you
you
think
asked him.
women love
Nope.
dick more than men
I'm
love
staying out of it
variety?
now.
Do you think women love dick more than men love variety?
I do.
You do what?
Oh my God, Alex!
The the thing is that women love sex just as much as men do. The only thing is taboo for a woman to say it, because then you're gonna be perceived the wrong way. That's just what I think.
I think maybe that was a couple of years ago. Just like you said, there's alpha
Mhm.
women coming out, you know, in this
Mhm.
generation.
Yeah.
I think a lot of women are saying, yeah,
Speak for
we
yourself.
do. Older. I
Speak for
think
yourself. I just mentioned earlier that women are afraid of rejection. So
And you also mentioned
do
this
you
Some
agree with
couple.
that? Do you
We're
agree with that?
100%. But I'm
Okay.
also one of those women that have walked up to guys and be like, "There's a
Yes,
drink
that's why
on
I
me."
said speak for yourself. You're
Yes,
alpha.
100%.
You're alpha. But
But
98% of women are not doing that. They're not gonna say, "Yo, I love dick," because you're gonna think I'm a hoe.
I mean, they don't have to say it like that. They could say, "I
Yeah.
enjoy sex." It's the same
okay,
thing.
it's the same thing. A
in
guy
a
might
nicer
say,
way.
"You're a hoe," and a woman's
Pues
psyche.
okay, then
In a
see ya.
woman's psyche, she might think, "Yo, I don't want to say I like sex. So let me just give him hints because he might think I'm a hoe. I don't want to get rejected.
Okay.
I don't want to get judged. I don't want to feel resented."
Right. I'm going to go back to Alex though, because Alex said, yes, women do like, but let's go back to why you think women like having sex more
Dick
than
more.
men like variety. And when I say variety in this situation, particularly, is he likes to have more than just one pussy.
Multiple partners. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That's such a nice way to say it. I don't know why that skipped my mind. Multiple partners. Yes.
All right. Okay.
Especially a guy. Okay, so that's not. Is like, what do you think about that?
I mean,
Do you know guys that have like that girlfriend and cheating and this and that? Like, that's not variety?
I mean, your mind is always gonna go somewhere else. It's kind of like social media.
Men are born
That's
polyamorous.
the whole
Yeah,
thing.
that's another thing that we couldn't go against because you also claim that men don't cheat. So
Yeah.
that it's hard to go against you
Yeah.
when you say that. But going back to Alex, wait,
Alex,
he has to
we
finish
all think
that.
variety is different. That was
why
the issue too. Because
that's why I explained it
I'm gonna
like that.
explain what I said that show
But
about variety.
just go. What do you think about that?
Like I mean, like I said, shit. I mean, what was your point again? This guy's fucked me up, going back and forth.
She said partners.
Yeah.
That's variety.
Multiple partners. That's variety.
What do
no?
you think?
Yeah.
But even variety
Wait,
dick,
More.
I think,
please,
as well.
More?
Yeah.
So men love variety more than women love dick.
I mean,
Yes.
women still love sex more than men love.
Okay,
different
let me
partners,
break down what I said with variety was. Variety I broke down as multiple different sneakers, Jordans, Converse, and the clothes, it's like chains, cars.
So
Not I
women,
wasn't just
like social
it was
media,
general. I
different
wouldn't
types of women,
say
strip
specific
clubs.
because the title was women love dick more than men love variety. It wasn't women love dick more than men love multiple partners. That's where they were getting at. I was getting at
But then-
variety.
no,
I
but
said if
then-
you like vanilla, but you're allergic to chocolate and strawberry,
No, but
that's not variety.
He looks like he's a
right,
sneaker
because-
guy.
Who?
Are you a sneaker guy?
Yeah.
You have a collection?
Yeah. I got
You
a lot
like
of
different types of sneakers?
Yeah.
So you like variety.
Yes, and we didn't say that they didn't.
I know.
We said women love dick more.
Do you
than
think
men
women love
variety.
Not
sex
true.
more than you love your sneaker, your different variety? A brand new Jordan is 3 different types of Jordans are gonna. But there's no way to actually
Let me
measure
ask
that.
you a question.
Though.
Let me ask you a question.
There's no way to
Alex,
measure that.
When you could plead the fifth. When you were getting ready to engage sexually with a woman, were you forcing yourself to have sex with her? Like, did you grab those panties
hope
off
not.
and say, "Yo, you gonna take this dick or whatever it is without your will"? Did you do that, or she willingly gave you that pussy?
Willing, you know.
Mm.
I mean, it is what it is.
So she wanted it.
You
She
better have
wanted it,
said that.
right?
Jesus, guys.
She wanted it, right?
I mean, of course.
Okay, so women love dick more than men
But
love
a
variety.
girl would give
Okay.
up dick
I
more
have
quicker
given up.
than a man would give
I
up
agree.
pussy. I'm sorry.
A woman would do what?
Would give up dick way quicker than a man would give up sleeping with women.
Or his Jordans.
Exactly.
No, I'm just kidding.
Now, if you're masturbating with a dildo, that's the dick.
Again with
Yeah.
this dildo.
Yeah,
No,
I'm saying,
that doesn't. No,
Why is that not the same thing?
Because
not,
most
no.
women don't actually use the whole dildo. They just use a little
exactly
part.
right. But you know what?
On
There's
the
women
clit.
that don't need to have
It's-
have
if
sex
we
or
change
masturbate
this
for a
to
whole month.
sex,
Easy.
we would win. Women love sex more than men love variety.
No, I have already thrown.
But
Where's the
why
white
are the
towel?
women talking about
This is
sex?
I'm
The men
throwing
are
it
the
out.
same. Why are you
Okay,
putting us in that
so what do
category?
men have below their belts?
Balls.
Dick,
Both.
dick, right?
Yeah.
How do
sometimes,
women engage in sex with another partner?
But
With their
what?
mouth?
Penetration?
What are you getting
No.
to? Because the whole.
So you
the
guys
whole,
are like dry
sentence is
humping
not right.
or
No.
perreo on the dance floor?
No, but women do go down on each other.
No, I mean a woman and a man.
Oh, I thought you said 2 women together.
Yeah.
My bad.
Look,
I'm sorry,
Daphne,
I disagree with this statement. I
Daphne,
disagree with it highly.
you win, okay? You win.
That's funny because
Okay,
I
cool.
said he won. I was like, forget
You
it, you
win.
win.
You ladies win.
No, I gave up.
You ladies win.
I
There's
gave up
something going
before.
on.
I mean, it's a hard
No, that's an
topic. It's
easy.
just a hard topic. You know, you can't really
It's hard
judge
to
it.
prove that. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to prove it.
Discipline's saying that women are sluts, but men like shoes, and it's okay.
You're putting words in my mouth.
That's exactly what
a
you're
different
saying.
way to look at it.
Women,
Daphne, how
Yes.
dare you?
that's exactly what you're saying.
No.
You're saying that women are sluts and men are okay
You
to
see,
have.
this is why a lot of women don't want to say they want your
think-
dick right now.
I
Can
think
have
what
you,
he's saying-
texting you, can I have your dick in my mouth tonight? Because of that. Because you just said, oh, the slut thing. A lot of women don't
No,
want.
I didn't. You're saying that.
Daphne, you're putting words in my
No,
mouth.
what
I
he's
never
saying,
said slut.
what he's saying, I think, is that women enjoy sex
More
Right.
than men like sneakers.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Right.
Well, wait. Enjoying sex, there's nothing wrong with enjoying sex.
I know that. I've got nothing wrong with women having sex. I'm just
Right.
saying this sentence is stupid, and you can't even ask a question saying women love dick more than men love variety
it's-
because you're
it's
putting
hard
women in the
to
category
prove.
of sex and men being innocent and just looking at different shoes. No,
All right,
like
Daphne.
men.
Yes,
if you
you
said
win.
men,
Okay.
You have to be
All right.
specific.
You win.
If it has to,
You win on
if it has
this.
to do with,
You win on this.
Good night.
Do you have any
said
final thoughts?
Women love dick more than men love
Daphne, do you have any
pussy,
final
then it's a different
thoughts
story.
on the potential relationship deal breaker?
Okay, yes, I do. My final thoughts are just listen to your gut, because if your gut is telling you something about any vibe or anything, like if something's off from the beginning, listen to it. It's your energy telling you something's not right and it's trying to protect you. So you have to really listen to it, and even if it's something minor, don't ignore it.
Yeah, I agree with
Otherwise,
that.
you'll just pay for it in the end.
Sue, do you have any final thoughts?
My final thoughts for potential relationship deal breaker. Just I'm gonna ride off of Daphne's wave. Trust your instincts, and if it makes you feel a type of way, then that's not for you.
My final thoughts are Daphne and Alex. We just want to thank you for being guests on the Discipline Therapy
Yes, thank
podcast.
you.
Thank you.
Daphne, I
Yes.
love going head to head with you.
Wait, Alex,
You
he got
are a
something.
formidable
I got something.
opponent. Oh, go ahead.
Thank you.
Hold on, Alex has something.
I got something. I was gonna say that if a person hasn't healed from the last relationship that they just dealt with, because a lot of people, they try to talk to somebody new while they haven't finished dealing with the person that they were dealing with last. And I feel like I've been, I'm not gonna say I've been dealing with that a lot lately, but a lot of people just go ahead and start talking to somebody new while they're in the middle of like ending it with somebody else. And they're gonna try and start talking to somebody new, but they're not finished with this other
They're
situation.
still carrying that energy.
So they're gonna, if it doesn't go the right way, they're just gonna switch right back to the other person. And
this guy has a good head on his shoulders.
sure
Are
does.
you single?
It's true.
I am.
Ladies,
We're gonna have all his
Ladies.
stuff on the bottom.
ladies, follow him. He has his head on a swivel. But once again, I just want to thank you both for being guests on the show, especially you, Daphne. You're a second-time guest. You are a formidable opponent. I love going head-to-head with you. You're very dominant and alpha. I admire your strength. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, you were tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast. I love this part. Peace.
Evangelist.